Brian Marcroft and Jaron Pickle.
Brian leading us around 13.132 fast lap. Drivers in 1 and 2 both on 18 lap pace. We got Jaron 17.4 flat, Todd 17.408, Willie 15.405, Brian 18.404, Dan 18.41. Less than a second between the 1 and 2 drivers. About 2.5 seconds between the 3 and 2. 2 seconds between 3 and 4, and 5 seconds between 4 and 5. 2:50 on the clock.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Brian Marcroft, Dan Jefferson, and Jaron Pickle. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Brian Marcroft, and Jaron Pickle. After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Brian Marcroft, and Jaron Pickle.
All right, 1:05 on the clock. Dan now leading us around fast lap 12.789. Dan out on 19.411, Brian 18.404, fast lap 12.918, Jaron in the 3, 13.390, Todd 14.093, Willie 14.321, 45 seconds on the clock. Gap between 1 and 2, 4.8 seconds. Jaron 3, now less than Jaron 1.2 seconds back from the 3 spot. Up next after this, we Sportsman Heat 1 of 1.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds on the clock.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Brian Marcroft, and Jaron Pickle. $15 seconds left.
10 seconds.
Willie Madden done. Brian Marcroft done. Todd Murray done.
All right, just waiting on Dan and Jaron.
Dan Jefferson done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that's a race.
Jaron Pickle done. The race is completed.
Up next, we got Sportsman Heat 1. Looking for Nolan, Willie, Roger, Adam, and David. All right, let's get marshals out to the track.
Adam Gray. David Pyle. Roland Nolan. Roger Francis. Willie Madden.
All right, we got checks on everyone. Let's get lined up on the straightaway. Order's going to go Nolan, Willie, Roger, Adam, and David. I need a marshal at the end of the straightaway, and I need a marshal up on the tabletop. If I get two marshals. I need someone at the tabletop. Yeah, just someone on the tabletop. Thank you, Carlo. All right. Driver's ready, marshal's ready. Nolan on the tone. Here we go. Willie. Roger. Adam. David. All right, up next after this will be 13.5 short course. I do believe we have some back-to-back drivers for that one, so need a couple volunteers for that. All right, Roger out in the 1.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Roger Francis,
Caution
and
at
Willie
Chad,
Madden.
caution at Chad. Roger, just you're good to go. Caution on the sweeper, caution on the sweeper. Stay inside, stay inside. All clear.
David Pyle, Adam Gray, and Roland Nolan.
Caution on tabletop, caution on tabletop. All clear. Caution at Chad, caution at Chad.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Adam Gray, and Willie Madden. Two minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are David Pyle, Adam Gray, and Willie Madden.
All right, 150 on the clock. David on the 1, Adam in 2, Willie in 3, Nolan in 4, Roger in the 5. What? Caution sweeper, caution sweeper.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Adam Gray, and Willie Madden.
Is my battery charged? Thank you. All right, David Silly around Adam in the 2, Willie in 3, Roger in the 4, Nolan in the 5. Caution on the straightaway, caution on the straightaway. All clear.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Willie Madden, and Adam Gray.
50 seconds on the clock.
45 seconds left.
$35 seconds. Caution after the sweeper, caution after the sweeper.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Willie Madden, and Adam Gray. "15 seconds left.
10 seconds on the clock. All right, finish up your laps. Up next will be 13.5 short course, heat 1.
David Pyle done. Adam Gray done. Willie Madden done. Roger Francis done. All drivers are finished. Roll
All
and
right,
Mullen
that's a
done.
race. Drop the cars off, get
The
back
race
out
is
to Marshall. We got heat 1 of short course.
Rob Hunter. Graydon Edwards. Zach Marcinkiewicz. Tail whip. Adam Gray.
Can I get Scott across the line, please? Scott.
Scott Hafner.
Josh, you're in the next round. Yeah, you're in the next one. All right, just need Carlo to go across the line, please. Thank you. Oop. All right.
Carlo
Order's
D.
going to go Adam, Scott, Rob, Mike, Carlo, Zach, and Graydon. Again, Adam, Scott, Rob, Mike, Carlo, Zach, and Graydon. It looks like we got marshals in all positions. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Adam on the tone. Here we go. Scott, Rob, Mike, Carlo, Zach, Graydon. What's up? Let's bring it up here. I'll go. It's plugged in or no?
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner.
After 30 seconds, we got Scott out in the 1, Mike in the 2, Carlo in 3, Graydon in the 4, Zach in the 5, Adam in the 6, Rob in the 7.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Carlo D, and Graydon Edwards.
All right, 2:50 on the clock. Mike now out in the 1, fast lap 14 flat. So he's got a second up on the rest of the grid. Over a second, it looks like. Carlo in the 2 now, Graydon in the 3, Zach in the 4, Scott in the 5, Rob in the 6, Adam in the 7.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Graydon Edwards, and
Graydon
Carlo
now
D.
moving up to the 2 spot with 2:20 on the clock. Graydon 14.9 fast lap last time by. Carlo's truck always impresses me. He's like one of the only guys with a mostly stock truck, and it just sticks. Okay, I'll stop talking about you. Sorry. 2 minutes on the clock. Mike now leading us around. Graydon in the 2, Zach in the 3, Carlo in the 4, Scott in the 5, Rob in the 6, Adam in the 7.
2 minutes 1 second.
2 minutes on the clock.
Top drivers are Tail Whip, Graydon Edwards, and Zach Marcinkiewicz.
.140 on the clock. Thank you to all the short courses that came out tonight. Much appreciated. As you all know, it's probably my favorite thing, so I'm really happy to see it. Makes me excited to see so many short courses. I think this is the most we've had in a long time. I think we had 2 drops, but I think at one point we had 20 trucks out here, so I'm pretty psyched to see that. Again, this first round of mains that we'll go through, we are going to do that full grid start, so everyone here, we will be running at the same time. So you will, if you don't qualify on the top 10, you will be standing on the side of the driver's stand. If it doesn't work and it's just a complete mess, we will go back to just splitting it up into actual mains for round 2. Hopefully that's not the case. We can just have just a really awesome time running trucks.
After
but
3
you know,
minutes, 2 seconds.
we'll see how that goes.
Drivers are
We want everyone to
Tail
have a good
Whip,
time. We don't want to
Edwards,
just make
and
it
Scott
miserable.
Hafner.
So thank you all for coming out. Much appreciated. And let's see more of this. 45 seconds on the clock.
45 seconds left.
Surprisingly clean racing out of everyone. I'm kind of psyched to see that. 35 seconds. I will need someone to call the next one. If someone can yell at Dan
left.
if you get a sec and have him come up
After
here, I'd
3
appreciate
minutes,
it.
32 seconds. The top drivers are Tail Whip, Graydon Edwards, and Scott Hafner. "15 seconds left.
All right. That's the race. She'll call you when you're done.
Carlo D. done. Rob Hunter done.
Caution over by Chad.
Adam
Caution
Gray
over
done.
by Chad.
Scott Hafner done.
Caution on the sweeper. Caution on the sweeper. Stay inside. Stay inside.
Tail Whip done. Zach Marcinkiewicz done. All drivers are finished. Graydon Edwards done.
All right, Mikey took that one with a 17.411, but it's going to be a nasty mess of a main, so anybody's race. Doesn't matter really where you qualify. Why are we even doing qualifiers for the short course?
The race is completed. Jaron Pickla. Terry
All
Brown,
right,
Josh Cody,
so this,
Vince Lim, Mud Flap, Andrew Tuttle, Todd Powell,
we got
James Paulson,
all right, everybody get a lap in. Looks like we need one more corner marshal at the end of the straightaway over here where Mr. Phelps is standing. Lineup's going to be Jaron, Terry, Andrew, Vince, Alex, James, Todd, and Josh. I'm going to call these out quick because there's 400 of you guys, so be ready. All right, corner marshal's ready, driver's ready. On the tone, Jaron, Terry, Andrew, Vince, Alex, James, Todd, and Josh, whenever you're ready. Short course battle royale.
After 30 seconds,
Pretty
the top
spaced out,
drivers are
so
James Paulson, Mud Flap, and Josh Cody.
right now we got James in the 1, Jaron in the 2, Alex in the 3. Fast lap of the race is a 14.4 out of Jaron. That truck looks a lot better than it did a couple days ago, that's for sure. Right. Got 3 minutes to go.
After 1
James is
minute,
in the
the top
1, Jaron in
drivers
the
are James
2 now,
Paulson,
Alex
Mud
in the
Flap, and
3,
Jaron Pickle.
Todd in the 4. Alex in the 4, Todd in the 5, Josh in the 6, Terry in the 7, Andrew in the 8. Remember, if somebody is faster than you, let them go by, please. Let them go by. This is just qualifying. Two minutes, 30 seconds to go. Fast lap of the race now is a
After 1 minute,
14.1
30
out of
seconds,
Vince.
the top drivers
Fast
are
lap of the
James
race.
Paulson, Jaron Pickle,
James is in
and
the 1,
Lim.
Vince is in the 2 now, Jaron in the 3. Todd in the 4, Josh in the 5, Terry in the 6, Alex in the 7, and Andrew in the 8. Come on, Andrew. Step on it. Two minutes to go. Jaron is up in the one now with the 14.3 fast lap. Oh, scratch that. Vince is in the one now. Jaron in the 2, James in the 3. Todd in the 4, Josh in the 5, Terry in the 6, Alex in the 7, and Andrew in the 8. Come on, Alex. Oh, right in the front of the driver's stand, clear. Vince in the 1 with the 14.1 fast lap of the race.
After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top
Vince must put some new tires on or something.
Jaron Pickle and James Paulson.
Vince in the 1, Jaron in the 2, James in the 3. Pretty close. Jaron with the 14.3, James with the 14.3, Todd with the 14.5, Alex with the 14.5. Josh with a 14.4.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes,
all the times
1
are
second.
really close.
The top drivers are Vince Lim,
1 minute to go.
Jaron
Vince in the
Pickle,
1, Jaron in
and
the 2,
Paulson.
James in the 3. 17.406 is Vince's pace. Jaron's a 17.408. James is a 17.410. So those three guys are all real close together. Anything can happen, especially in short course.
30 seconds after left. 3 minutes 31 seconds.
Oh, sweeper,
The top drivers are
going.
Vince
Oh,
Lim,
out.
Jaron Pickle,
Yeah.
and James Paulson.
$15 seconds to go. Don't stop till you hear your
15
name.
seconds
Vince is in the 1, Jaron in the 2, James in the 3. 17.408 out of Vince, 17.408 out of Jaron, 17.411 out of James. So real close still. There are 2 qualifiers, so we got another one to go.
Terry Brown done. Jaron Pickle done. Andrew Tuttle done. Vince Lim done. Josh Cody done.
Right, still waiting on James, Alex, and
James
Todd.
Paulson done.
Like Vince is going to take
Right
this
flap
one.
done.
Jaron in the 2,
All
James
drivers
in
are
the 3,
finished.
Alex in the 4, Josh
Todd
in the
Powell
5,
done.
Todd in the 6, Terry in the 7, and Andrew in the 8. 17.408 out of Vince, 0.4, and a 17.408.6 out of Jaron.
The race is completed.
All right, stock buggy is up.
Ryan Johnson.
Heat 1.
Mr. A. Main. Rob Hunter. Todd Murray. Graydon Edwards. Travis Witkowski. Terry Brown.
All right, waiting on Brian Marcroft. All right, Brian, are you running stock? No? Okay. Never mind then. Let me get you out of here. No, not Ryan. Brian. I know you're running. All right. Everyone across the line one more time real quick.
Mr. A. Main. Rob Hunter. Graydon Edwards.
I don't know why I had
Terry
you in for
Brown.
stock. Sorry about that. All right.
Travis
No speed. Let's get him
Witkowski.
lined back up on the straight.
Ryan Johnson.
Order is Graydon, Terry,
Murray.
Rob, Ryan, Josh, Travis, and Todd. Again, Graydon, Terry, Rob, Ryan, Josh, Travis, and Todd. All right. So we got marshals in all positions, drivers ready, marshals ready, Graydon on the tone. Here we go. Terry, Rob, Ryan, Josh, Travis, Todd. Okay.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Mr. Amain, and Travis Witkowski. After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Travis Witkowski, Ryan Johnson, and Mr. Amain.
All right, 2:30 on the clock. We have Travis out in the 1, Ryan in the 2, Josh in the 3, Graydon in the 4, Rob in the 5, Todd in the 6. Caution straightaway, all clear. Travis with a fast lap 13.27. Right now, we got 2:15 on the clock. Ryan leads around Josh in the 2, Travis 3, Rob in the 4, Todd in the 5, Graydon in the 6.
Two minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Mr. Amain, and Travis Witkowski.
Caution at Karen, clear. 1:30 on the clock.
After 2 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Mr. Amain, and Travis Witkowski.
All right, 1 minute on the clock.
After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Mr. Amain, and Travis Witkowski.
Ryan leading us around, Josh in the 2, Travis 3, Rob with 4, Todd in the 5, Graydon in the 6. Fast lap though still goes to Travis 13.27. So Ryan the only one on an 18 lap pace. Everyone's 17, 16, and yeah.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson.
Caution straightaway, right. Stay wide, clear. All right. 20 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds left.
All right, 10 seconds.
Ryan Johnson done. Mr. Amain done. Rob Hunter done. Travis Witkowski done. Graydon Edwards done.
All right, just waiting on Todd to go across the line here.
All drivers are finished.
That's a race.
Todd Murray done.
Drop your cards off, get right
completed.
back out to Marshall. Andrew, if I could request you help me with my car when you get a sec. Thank you much. We'll take about a 5-10 minute break after this. We're on no rush for time this evening. No, we're not, Josh. We are having a low-key, chill evening. It's all about having fun tonight. Straight vibes. Good times,
Brent
lots of
Edwards.
fun.
Dan Jefferson. Chad Kramer. Vince Lim. Tail Whip. Seth Rhodes. Yoder. Emily Weldon.
All right. No speed, straightaways closed. Order's going to go Seth, Dan, Mike, Bren, Emily, Vince, Matt, and Chad. Again, Seth, Dan, Mike, Bren, Emily, Vince, Matt, and Chad. All right, again, guys, this will be if no, so I'll call you out. Can you call this?
Yep. All right, marshals ready. Drivers ready. Less than 5. Starting with Seth on the tone. Dan, Mike, Brent, Emily, Vince, Matt, Chad. "30 seconds in, we have Dan in the 1, Mike in the 2, Vince in the 3. Current fast lap is a 13.5 out of Dan.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Chad Kramer. After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Vince Lim.
We got 3 minutes left. Mike now in the 1, Dan in the 2, Vince in the 3, Chad in the 4, Brent in the 5. Fast lap still goes to Dan with a 13.2. Mike's close behind him with a 13.4. Vince there with a 13.5.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Vince Lim.
Dan, Mike, Vince, and Chad all on 18-lap paces. 7 seconds separate Dan from Chad. New fast lap from Dan of a 12.9, breaking the 13-second.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Vince Lim.
The leader's coming around Karen, if we could let him by. Thank you, Chad. A minute and a half remain. We have Dan in the 1, Mike in the 2, Vince in the 3. Fast lap is still to Dan, the only driver to get past 13 seconds at a 12.9.
The top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Vince Lim. One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson.
1 minute
Tail
left
Whip,
with Dan in
and
the
Vince
1,
Lim.
Mike in the 2, Vince in the 3. Dan, Mike, Vince, and Chad all on 18-lap paces. Half a second between
45
Dan and
seconds
Mike, both
left.
of them on an 18-lap pace. Mike now down to a 12.9. 2 drivers past the 13-second lap
30
time.
seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Vince Lim. 15 seconds left.
Keep going till she calls your name.
Dan Jefferson done. Brent Edwards done. Seth Rhodes done. Emily Weldon done. Tail Whip done.
Just
Vince
waiting
Lim
on
done.
Chad and Matt.
Yoder done. All drivers are finished.
All
Chad
right, so that's going
Kramer
to go to
done.
Dan in the 1, Vince in the 2, Mike in the 3, Chad in the 4, Matt in the 5, Emily in the 6, Brent in the 7, and Seth in the 8. Fast lap of a 12.9 out of Dan.
The race is completed.
Good job.
All right, guys, we will get started here in about like 5-10 minutes. So let's say we'll start at 7:25. All right, guys, we got 13.5 four-wheel drive heat 1 up, so let's get stock buggy drivers out to the track to marshal. Again, let's get marshals out to the track. Drivers up to stand 13.5 heat 1 is up. We're looking for Jaron, Todd, Josh, Emily, and Willie. Dude, you killed it. All right, again, if I can get marshals out to the track, please. Marshals out to the track. 17.5 stock buggy drivers, you are out to the track to marshal. Drivers up to the stand, we're looking for Jaron, Todd, Josh, Emily, and Willie. Again, Jaron, Todd, Josh, Emily, and Willie. Marshals, I have three marshals so far. Again, stock buggy drivers out to the track to marshal.
Jaron Pickle, Emily Weldon, Todd Murray.
All right, let's get Josh and Willie checked in here.
Willie
Again, I
Madden,
need a marshal down at the
Josh
AE
Cody,
banner, a marshal down at the 1-up banner. Let's get drivers lined up on the back straight. Willie doing some rock crawling there. Nice. Got to put a diff lockers in there. All right. Order's going to go Jaron, Todd, Josh, Emily, and Willie. Again, I still need a marshal down at the end of over at the 1-up banner. If I get a marshal at the 1-up banner. Thank you, Mike. Much appreciated. All right. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Jaron on the tone. Here we go. Todd, Josh, Emily, Willie. Josh starting out in the 1, Jaron in the 2, Todd in the 3, Willie in the 4, Emily in the 5.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Josh Cody, Jaron Pickle, and Todd Murray.
.320 on the clock.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Todd Murray, and Josh Cody. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Josh Cody, and Todd Murray.
All right, 2:25 on the clock. Jaron leading us around. Todd in the 2, Willie in 3, Josh in the 4, Emily in the 5. Josh Cody to the fast lap 13.591.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Todd Murray, and Josh Cody.
150 on the clock. Jaron still leading us around. Jaron, 0.02 of a second difference between Josh and Jaron right now for fast lap. Todd now up to the 2, Josh in 3, Willie in the 4, Emily in the 5. 1:35 on the clock.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Todd Murray, and Josh Cody.
Todd somehow making that techno work for him. Kind of impressed that it's actually able to carry some pretty good speed. I honestly like the look of it. It looks pretty rad, but
1 minute left.
I don't know if it's possible to make it quite
top drivers are
fast
Jaron
enough to
Pickle,
compete with
Todd
the
Murray,
AE and
and Willie
X-rays and all
Madden.
that. 50 seconds on the clock. What's that? Oh, Losi? Yeah, sorry, I forgot about Losi.
45 seconds left.
I wasn't going to go down a whole list of car companies that were going to be faster, but my bad.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds.
I'll just put a
the
sheet of
top
car
drivers
companies
are Jaron
ranked by
Pickle,
fastest
Todd
car,
Murray, and Josh
so I can
Cody.
read them off when I reference things next time. 20 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds left. Josh Cody done. Jaron Pickle done. Willie Madden done. Emily Weldon done. All drivers are finished. Todd Murray done.
All right,
The race is completed.
that's a race. No worries, I'll get this one started here. Let's get marshals out to the track. We're gonna need a couple volunteers here. Looking for Mike, Dan, Vince, Ryan, and Brian.
Dan Jefferson. Tail whip.
All
Vince
right,
Lim.
let's get marshals out to the track, please. I need someone over at the AE banner.
Brian
I need someone at the
Marcroft.
tabletop,
Ryan Johnson.
and someone up by me.
All right, get your warm-up laps in. A couple more here. All right, so go ahead and line up. The order is going to be Mike, Dan, Vince, Ryan, and Brian. And again, that's Ryan and then Brian. Mike, Dan, Vince, Ryan, Brian. All right, Marshall's ready. We're going to start with Mike on the tone. Dan, Vince, Ryan, Brian. So we're 30 seconds in now. Everybody in the top three here are faster than everyone in the last heat. Fast lap of a 13
After
flat
30
out of Dan,
seconds,
13-1
the top
out of
drivers
Brian,
are
and
Dan
a
Jefferson,
13-7
Brian
out of
Marcroft, and Ryan
Ryan.
Johnson. After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Ryan Johnson, and Tail Whip.
We have Vince in the 1, Ryan in the 2, Brian in the 3, Dan in the 4. Quite a bit of an order flip there. 3 minutes into.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Ryan Marcroft,
Brian,
and Vince Lim.
and Dan all on 18 lap pace. Mike on a 17.403. Fast lap of 12.6 out of Mike. Brian in the 1 with a 12.7.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Brian Marcroft, Ryan Johnson, and Dan Jefferson.
Brian making the TLR work on an
After 2 minutes,
18.402
31
pace, followed
seconds,
by
the
Dan
top
on an
drivers are Brian
18.403.
Marcroft, Dan
Ryan,
Jefferson,
Vince, and
and
Mike
Ryan
all pretty
Johnson.
close as well. 18 lap paces. Fast lap still out of Mike with a 12.6. Dan is just 0.03 of a second behind Brian.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Brian Marcroft, Dan Jefferson, and Ryan Johnson.
Brian with a save there. Might have been all he needed.
45 seconds left.
And with that, 1/10 is
30
closed.
seconds
Dan
left.
to the 1,
After
Brian
3
to the
minutes,
2.
31 seconds. The
Brian
top
right back
drivers
to the
are
1,
Brian
takes it from
Marcroft,
Dan.
Dan Jefferson, and Tail Whip.
Dan back to the 1.
15 seconds left.
Super close battle between Brian and Dan. About 1/10 of a second separates Brian and Dan right now.
Dan Jefferson done. Vince Lim done. Brian Marcroft done. Tail Whip done. All drivers are finished. Ryan Johnson done.
All right, so that's going to be everybody. Dan takes it with an 18.4 flat, followed by Brian with an 18.4 flat, just 0.4 behind him. And then Ryan, Mike, and Vince. That was crazy. You guys went back and forth every lap. What? You and Brian? Every lap with flip. Next up is going to be 17.5 Sportsman Buggy.
The race is completed.
There was only 5 drivers in that last heat, so we're going to need some volunteer corner marshals for the Sportsman Buggy heat.
Roger Francis. Roland Nolan. David Pyle. Adam Gray.
Waiting on Willie and Todd to check in.
Willie Madden.
Yeah, Alex. Why is Todd in Sportsman? Why is Todd in Sportsman?
He's not actually.
Oh. Yeah. So what do I do? Just drag him out? I just went to the next one down in the list. Yeah.
Okay, and then just have everyone check.
All I did is after I hit finish right here, I just clicked this.
Just have him check in the next one.
Okay.
I'm going to move him for the mains, but right now he's just
Got it. Okay.
drop it to slow ball.
All right, so the order is going to be Dave, Willie, Adam. Oh, yeah, guys, check in one more time. We had to drop Todd. He's going to 17.5.
Willie Madden.
All right,
Roland
got
Nolan.
Willie, Nolan. We need
David
Adam and
Pyle.
Roger.
Adam Gray.
All right, that's everyone. So go ahead and
Roger
line up now.
Francis.
The order is going to be David, Willie, Adam, Roger, and Nolan. David, Willie, Adam, Roger, and Nolan. Thank you to the volunteer corner marshals. All right, marshals ready. David on the tone. Willie, Adam, Roger, Nolan.
After 30 seconds, the top
30
drivers are
seconds
David
in now.
Pyle,
David in the
Willie
1,
Madden,
Willie in the 2,
and
Nolan in the
Roland
3,
Nolan.
Roger in the 4, and Adam in the 5. Fast lap is a 14.4 out of David. Caution on the
After 1
sweeper.
minute
Caution on the
flat, top
sweeper.
drivers are David Pyle,
Clear.
Willie Madden, and Roland Nolan.
Caution by Chad.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Willie Madden, and Roger Francis.
Caution by Chad. So just a heads up, Roger, if you can let that a driver by, that's Willie. He's going to be in the second position.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are David Pyle, Willie Madden, and Roger Francis.
Caution by Karen. Caution by Karen. Caution by Karen. Another car down. Clear. A little over a minute and a half left here. It's going to be David in the 1, Willie in the 2, Nolan in the 3.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle,
David on a
Willie
17
Madden,
lap pace.
and Roger
Willie on a
Francis.
16.404. Just a heads up to Nolan and
minute left.
Roger. You're
After
going to
3
have
minutes, 1
the
second,
number 1 coming
the
up on
top
you, the white
drivers
and
are
pink
David
car.
Pyle,
That's going to be
Willie
David.
Madden, and Roger Francis.
He's fighting hard to hold his 17 lap pace.
45 seconds left.
Sweeper, go inside. Clear.
.30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Willie Madden, and Roger Francis.
Just 20 seconds left. Keep going until she calls your name.
15 seconds left.
Five seconds.
Willie Madden done. Adam Gray done.
Waiting on David,
David
Roger,
Pyle
and
done.
Nolan.
Roland Nolan done.
Waiting on Roger. All
All
right, all
drivers are
drivers done. It's
finished.
going to be David in the 1, Willie in the
Roger
2,
Francis
Roger in the
done.
3.
The race is completed.
It's not perfect, but it's holding up a lot better. All right, I got this next one. I'm gonna start this one, and then I gotta go get my car ready for the next round. But I'm gonna have Dan finish it because I know you're in the next round. All right, guys, just a quick show of hands or just yell out. For short course, we were planning on doing the huge land rush style race with everybody. Is that something we still want to do, or is that something we want to separate into multiple? What's that? On either side of the driver's stand. Yeah, I don't mind either way. All right, I'm just going to separate into two, I think.
Rob Hunter.
I think that'll just be easier for everyone.
Terry Brown.
I still think it'll be fun. I can maybe make it like one bigger main,
Todd Powell.
and then I can do a smaller B main if we want to do that. Just to still have a kind of chaotic race. I think we have 15 entries, so we can break it up and do like 10 and 5 or something like that. All right, just need Adam to get checked in here. So I think we'll do two mains, but we'll do like one. We'll do the A sort will be huge, and then the B sort will be smaller. Adam across the line.
Adam Gray.
All right. Order is going to go Graydon, Todd, Carlo, Terry, Rob, Adam, and Andrew. Again, Graydon. Todd's out. Not you, Todd. Different Todd. All right, again, Graydon, Todd, Carlo, Terry, Rob, Adam, and Andrew. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. Graydon on the tone. Here we go. Todd, Carlo, Terry, Rob, Adam, Andrew. Dan, if I could get you to finish this race so I can get my car ready for the next round. You don't have to do it quite yet if you don't want to, but just in like 2 minutes probably. Thank you.
After 30 seconds, the top
All right, we got
drivers are
Todd
Todd
out in the 1,
Powell,
Carlo in the 2,
Deal,
Rob in
and
the 3,
Hunter.
Graydon in the 4, Andrew in the 5, Terry in the 6, Adam in the 7.
After
All
one
right,
left,
3 minutes
the
on
top
the clock.
drivers are Todd Powell, Terry Brown, and Rob Hunter.
Andrew's truck looking way better. Actually looks drivable.
After 1 minute 30 seconds,
All
the top
right,
drivers are Todd
2:25
Powell,
on the
Terry
clock.
Brown, and
Todd
Rob
leading us
Hunter.
around, Terry in the 2, Rob in the 3. Caution after the off camber. Unfortunate roll there for Carlo. So far, it doesn't look like a position change, though. We'll see next time they go by. Does drop Carlo down a couple spots there. He's going to be down the 6. Graydon goes up to the 4. Andrew goes up to 5. Adam in the 7. So that will
2
work out in
minutes
Andrew's
left.
favor.
The top drivers are Todd Powell, Terry Brown, and Rob Hunter.
Doesn't look like it affects the overall, though. .145 on the clock. All right, Dan, if I could get you to come up here, thank you.
After 2 minutes.
All right,
30
got Todd
seconds,
out in the 1,
top
Terry in the
drivers are
2,
Todd
Rob
Powell,
in the
Terry
3,
Brown, and
14.5
Rob Hunter.
fast lap out of Todd, 17.412 pace. It's like he's moved up into the 5th, 6th spot. Got 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. Andrews broke. So Todd in the 1, Terry in the 2, Rob in the 3, Graydon in the 4,
1 minute
Andrew in the
after 3
5,
minutes, 1
or
second.
not no more.
The top
Carlo in the
drivers are Todd
5,
Powell,
Adam in
Terry
the
Brown,
6.
and Rob Hunter.
Todd is on a
45
17.412
seconds
still. He still moved himself up to the 6th spot, it looks like. So that'll put him in the top 10 for the Battle Royale short course
30
style.
seconds left. 3 minutes 31 seconds.
25
The top
seconds to
drivers are Todd
go.
Powell,
Todd in the
Terry
1,
Brown,
Terry in the
and
2,
Rob
Robin in the
Hunter.
3. Terry looks like he's on the move to the 10th or 11th spot, so he'll be on the bubble.
15 seconds left.
Terry up in the 2 now. 10 seconds to go. Don't stop till your name. Todd in the 1, Terry in the 2, Rob in the 3, Great in the 4, Carlo in the 5, Adam in the 6. That is the leader coming up on you.
Todd Powell done. Braden
Carlo.
Edwards done.
Keep going, Todd.
Terry Brown done.
Oh, actually. All right, Todd is going to take that one.
Carlo
Looks like he
done.
got tangled up in traffic
Rob
there,
Hunter
knocked it
done.
down to a 16.
All drivers are finished.
16.401. Terry in the 1, Terry, or Todd in the 1, Terry in the 2, Rob in the 3.
The race is completed.
Andrew Tuttle with the DNF. Come on, Tuttle. All right, get your laps in.
Jaron Thickwell. Vince Lim. Tail whip. James Paulson. Scott Hafner. Josh Cody. Zach Marcinkiewicz.
Careful there, Carlo. Pay attention to that straightaway. All right, everyone get a lap in and then park them. We're going to have
flat.
Vince in the 1, Jaron in the 2, James in the 3, Mike in the 4, Alex in the 5, Josh in the 6, Scott in the 7, Zach in the 8. We need another quarter marshal. You got that Reedy banner? Perfect, perfect. All right. Something like that. All right, so Vince is going to go on the tone. Jaron, James, Mike, Alex, Josh, Scott, and Zach. Oh, wheelies. All right, pretty spaced out. Get a lap or two in here, and then we'll see who we got and where.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Mud Flap, and Jaron Thickwell.
All right. 40 seconds in. We got Mikey in the 1, Alex in the 2, Josh in the 3, Jaron in the 4, Vince in the 5, James in the 6, Scott in the 7, and Zach in the 8. Mike is on a 17.405. That will put him in the 2 spot overall.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left.
Mikey with a 14.3 for fast lap of the race. 14.4 out of Alex. 14.4 out of Vince. Top 3 are Mike, Alex, and Vince. Two minutes, 40 seconds to go. Mike, Alex, Jaron, top 3. 14.2 out of Mikey, 14.4 out of Alex, 14.5 out of Jaron.
After 1 minute,
Mike's
30
on a
seconds.
17.404,
The top
Alex on a
drivers are Tail Whip,
17.408,
Mud
and
Flap,
Jaron's on a
Jaron Thickwell.
17.412. Vince is on a 16.408. Someone is faster than you, please let them go by. Blue truck is the leader. White wheels.
2 minutes
Chevy
left. The top drivers are Tail Whip, Mud Flap, and
Chevy
Jaron
body.
Thickwell.
Chevy square bodies, kind of a square body. Step side. Square in the front, round in the back. All right, Mike in the 1, Alex in the 2, Jaron in the 3, Mike on the 17.405. 4.1 for his fast lap. 4.4 out of Alex, 4.5 out of Jaron. 17.405 out of Mike, 17.409 out of Alex, 17.412 out of Jaron. Oh, there was a unfortunate incident for Jaron there. Mike's got open track ahead of him to put down some fast laps, which we know he will.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes, 1 second.
14.1 out of Mike, 17.407 pace. That traffic slowed him down a little bit, fell off the pace by about 2 seconds. Looks like he's still on the TQ pace, though.
45 seconds left.
40 seconds to go. Mike in the 1, Alex in the 2, Jaron in the 3. $17.406 out of Mike, $17.409 out of Alex, 16.402 out of Jaron, still in the third spot after that crash. Vince in the 4.
15 seconds left.
Five seconds to go. Don't stop till you hear your name.
Jaron Pickle done.
You need to turn the lady up so you can hear her. Keep going,
Vince
Mike
done.
and Alex.
Tail whip done.
Like Jaron got caught, Vince got caught. Scott
Mud
and
flap
Zach
done.
are still alive.
Zach
All right, looks
Marcinkiewicz
like Mikey's going
done.
to take that one. And the
drivers are finished.
TQ.
Scott Hafner done.
17.407, Alex 17.410, and Jaron 16.4 flat. I don't have that on this screen for some reason. I don't know how to change it to it.
The race is completed.
Well, no, you finished ahead of Josh Cody.
I think he broke, but okay, good. 16. I don't know where the overall.
All right, two-wheel drive stock buggy. Heat 1 is up.
Graydon Edwards.
What's that?
How do you get that side screen where the overall?
Todd Murray.
It's estimated position.
Brent Edwards.
No worries.
Emily Weldon. Seth Rhodes. Terry Brown.
I saw that. Matt, can you go across the line, please? Matt Yoder across the line. Oh boy. It's okay, Matt. Take your time.
Yoder.
All right, there we go. All right, so just to reiterate, make sure everyone who's supposed to be in this race is in this race. We have Matt, Todd, Emily, Brent, Seth, Graydon, and Terry. All right, order is Matt, Todd, Emily, Brent, Seth, Graydon, and Terry. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Matt, on the tone, here we go. Todd, Emily, Brent, Seth, Graydon, Terry, Brian. Or sorry, Brian's not in this one. I don't know why. I'll have that fixed for mains. I don't know why I keep saying that. All right. What? Oh, yeah.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Todd Murray, Emily Weldon, and Graydon Edwards.
30 seconds in, we have Emily in the 1, Graydon in the 2, Todd in the 3, Terry Brown in the 4. Fast laps can be a 13.8 out of Graydon. Kid's fast. Graydon and Emily currently battling for the first spot. Less than 1/10
After
separates the
1
two of
minute
them.
the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Emily Weldon, and Terry Brown.
Again, back and forth between Graydon and Emily.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the
The
top
gap is
drivers
up to a
are
second
Graydon
and a half
Edwards,
between
Emily
the two of
Weldon,
them.
and
Fast
Yoda.
lap is a 13.7 out of Graydon. Everybody else at a 14 second. Terry Brown and Todd down to 13.9. Looks like position 1 and 2 just coming over the tabletop now to the straightaway.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Emily Weldon, and Terry Brown.
Terry Brown up to the 3rd spot.
I think for mains, I'm going to do like 10 in the A and like 5 in the B.
Do you like your chair back? A minute and a half left in this heat. Graydon's still in the 1, Emily in the 2, Terry in the 3, Matt in the 4,
After 2
Todd in the
minutes
5,
31
Seth in the
seconds,
6,
the
Brent in the
top
7,
drivers are
Brian
Graydon
in the
Edwards,
Brian's
Emily
not
Weldon,
driving.
and Terry Brown.
Fast lap is still going to be a 13.7 out of Graydon. Emily gaining on him. Terry Brown up to the 2. Fast lap of a 13.79 out of Terry Brown.
One minute left. After 3 minutes,
Just a
1
heads up,
second,
Matt, the leader's
top
gonna be coming up
drivers are
behind
Graydon
you.
Edwards, Terry Brown, and Emily Weldon.
Thank you.
I'm going to put some better fronts on, I think. My rears are gone, but
45 seconds left.
my rears are toast, but my fronts are also toast, so I don't know. All right, 35 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds,
Terry
the top
leading us around,
drivers are
Graydon in the
Terry
2,
Brown,
Emily in the
Graydon
3.
Edwards, and Emily Weldon.
Seth in the 4, Matt in the 5, Todd in the 6, Brent in the 7. Graydon, Terry, and Emily so are the only ones moving up overall.
15 seconds
15
left.
seconds.
Yoder done. Todd Murray done. Seth Rhodes done. Terry Brown done. Graydon Edwards done. Emily Weldon done. All drivers are finished. Brent Edwards done.
All right, that's
The
a
race
race.
is
Drop your cars
completed.
off. Get right back out to Marshall. Again, we'll take about a 10-minute break here. But after this, we're looking for Dan, Vince, Mike, Chad, Ryan, Josh, Travis, and Rob. Good run, Terry.
Dan Jefferson.
All right, let's get Marshals
Chad
out to the track,
Kramer.
please. Marshals out
Tail
to the
whip.
track.
Vince Lim. Travis Witkowski. Ryan Johnson. Mr. A. Main.
All right, we got everyone
Hunter.
checked in. Do another lap or so. We'll get Marshals in position. If I get someone over at the tabletop, and I need someone at the end of the straightaway. If I get one, Terry, if I can get you down to the end. All right, perfect. Thank you, Willie. All right. No speed, no speed. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Order's going to go Dan, Vince, Mike, Chad, Ryan, Josh, Travis, and Rob. Again, Dan, Vince, Mike, Chad, Ryan, Josh, Travis, and Rob. All right, we got checks on everyone. Drivers look ready. Marshals are ready. Dan on the tone. Here we go. Vince, Mike, Chad, Ryan, Josh, Travis, Rob. All right, we got Dan leading us around, Mike in the 2, Josh in the 3, Chad in the 4, Vince in the 5, Ryan 6, Travis in the 7, Rob in the 8.
Top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Mr. Amain.
Caution after the straight. Caution get on the straight. All clear. All right, 3 minutes on the clock. Dan still leads around. Dan fast lap 13-0.
Dan Jefferson, Chad Kramer, and Vince Lim.
Dan out 19-4-10. Chad 18-4-05. Travis 18-4-11. Vince 18-4-11. Ryan 18-4-13. Rob 18-4-13. Mike 16-4-02. And Josh 16-4-02. All right, 2:40 on the clock.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Chad Kramer, and Travis Witkowski.
All right, 2:10 on the clock again. Dan still leading us around. Dan out 19-4-13. Gap between 1 and 2 is 3.8 seconds between 2 and 3. 1.2 seconds between 3 and 4. We have 0.2 seconds.
2 minutes.
4
after 2
and
minutes,
5.
1
1.6
second.
seconds.
The top
6
drivers
and
are
or
Dan
5
Jefferson,
and 6. We
Chad
have 2
Kramer,
seconds.
And Travis Witkowski.
6 and 7. We got 5 seconds. .130 on the clock.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Chad Kramer, and Ryan Johnson.
120. Dan still leading us around. Chad and Ryan both on 18-lap pace. Vince, Travis, Rob, and Josh all on a 17-lap pace. Very much anyone's race still. We got a minute on the clock.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Chad Kramer, and Ryan Johnson.
Again, we'll take about 10 minutes after this. I'll get races set up. 45 seconds.
45 seconds left. .30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Chad Kramer, and Vince Lim.
Chad and Vince both on an 18-lap pace. Caution after the off-camber. Caution after the off-camber.
15 seconds left.
Caution at the hip. Caution at the hip.
Vince Lim done. Dan Jefferson done. Rob Hunter done. Travis Witkowski done. Ryan Johnson done. Chad Kramer done. All drivers are finished. Mr. Amain done.
All right, that's a race.
The race is completed.
Take about 10 minutes here. It's fine. All right, we'll get started here in about 5 minutes or so. Yeah, about 5 minutes. So let's say we'll get started at 8:16. What's up? All right, guys. 13.5 four-wheel drive is up. Looking for Jaron, Todd, Josh, Willie, and Emily. Let's get Marshall. Hello, hello. There we go. All right. All right. Got super loud there. All right. Let's get 13.5 four-wheel drive out to the track here. Looking for Jaron, Todd, Josh, Willie, and Emily. Stock buggy. The fast stock buggy, guys. My money's on the car with 4 tires.
Josh Cody. Jaron
All
Pickle.
right.
Emily Weldon. Todd Murray. Willie Madden.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Let's go ahead and get lined up on the straightaway. Looking for running order is Jaron, Todd, Josh, what the fuck? One sec, I'm having technical difficulties with my... Come on. All right, there we go. Slight technical difficulties there. Sorry about that. All right. We got drivers lined up. Drivers ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone in less than 5. Here we go. Clean start from everyone. I like to see it. A little bit of short course action there, though. Remember, guys, that's not up for another couple rounds here. Caution on the straightaway. Caution on the straightaway. All right, we got Jaron on the 1. We got Todd on the 2, Emily on the 3, Josh
After
on the 4,
30
Willie on the
seconds,
5.
the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Todd Murray, and Emily Weldon.
Everyone getting spaced out here. Caution over on the hip. Caution over on the hip. Caution on the back tabletop. Caution on the back tabletop. All clear.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Todd
All right,
Murray,
255.
and Emily Weldon.
Caution on the tabletop. All clear. 2:35 on the clock.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Willie Madden, and Emily Weldon.
2:20. Jaron leading us around. Willie in the 2, Emily in 3, Todd in the 4, Josh in the 5. Fast lap 13.590 out of Jaron. Jaron has been putting in the work this week on all his cars, and it is showing. 2 minutes on the clock.
After 2 minutes left, The top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Willie Madden, and Emily Weldon.
I initially had hope for that Techno. It was looking good. Got to clean it up a little bit. Got 2 minutes on the clock.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Willie Madden, and Emily Weldon.
So Emily, the leader, will be coming up on you in a sec. So Jaron is out on a 17-lap pace. Willie and Emily both on a 16-lap pace. Todd now up to a 16-lap pace. Josh 15.412. It's good to see Josh back out here. It's been a minute.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Willie Madden, and Emily Weldon.
All right,
45
seconds
left.
on the clock. Jaron again still leading us around. He's got a 13-second gap between 1 and 2. Willie in the 2 spot, though. He's got a 3-second gap between him and Emily. Todd is making up that time. 2 seconds between 3 and 4 right now.
The top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Willie Madden, and Emily Weldon.
Willie, that will be the leader coming up on you in a sec. Please give him space when he comes up behind you. Caution over at the hip, caution at the
15
hip.
seconds left.
That is clear. We got 10 seconds on the clock. You gonna race anytime soon?
Willie Madden done. Emily Weldon done. Todd Murray done. Josh Cody done.
Just waiting on Jaron to go across the line here.
All drivers are finished.
All right, that's the race.
Jaron Pickle done. The race is completed.
All right, 13.5 four-wheel drive A1 is up. Looking for Mike, Dan, Brian, Vince, and Ryan. Let's get marshals out to the track. I got this one, Jaron, if you want to marshal this. Thank you.
Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, Ryan Johnson, Vince Lim.
Cool.
Brian Marcroft.
We got checks on everyone. Let's get a couple laps in here and then we'll get lined up. I know Dan needs at least half a pack to get warmed up. All right, let's go ahead and get lined up on the straightaway. Straightaway's closed, straightaway's closed. Order, gonna go Mike, Dan, Brian, Vince, and Ryan. Again, Mike, Dan, Brian, Vince, and Ryan. Ryan, I don't know if that was the fast line right there. All right. Got checks on everyone. Drivers lined up. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. Going on the tone in less than 5. Mike pulling ahead on the grid. Brian goes through. That's going to put Brian up into the 2.
Seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Brian Marcroft, and Dan Jefferson.
All right, let's put Vince out in the 2 now. Mike in the 1, Brian in the 3, Dan in the 4, Ryan in the 5. So you got 3:15 on the clock. Fast lap goes to Mike with a 12.888. Vince in the 2 now. Mike out 18.401. Gap between 1 and 2 is 2.6 seconds. We got gap between 2 and 3 is 2 seconds now. Dan only
After
a half
1
second
minute
back.
left,
Dan
top
goes
drivers
through.
are
That's going to
Tail
put
Whip,
Dan
Vince
up into the
Lim,
three.
and Dan Jefferson.
Yeah, Dan up into the 3 spot now. Brian falls back into the 4. Ryan still bringing up the rear in the 5 spot. Mike got a strong lead though right now. Dan setting a hot lap though, 12.737. That's your fast lap right now. Mike 12.8, still fast lap for him. Got 2:40 on the clock. 3 second gap still between 1 and 2. 1.5 second gap between 2 and 3. We got a 1.8 second gap between 3 and 4 right now.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are
Looks
Tail
like
Whip,
Ryan moves
Vince
up to
Lim,
that 4
and Dan
spot.
Jefferson.
It's about right now between Marcroft and Johnson is that 4 and 5 spot. Dan trying to make a play on the for the 2 spot. He's making some ground on Vince. Vince got to clean it up a little bit. Mike's still running uncontested. He's got an open track ahead of him. No worries right now. He's got about a half a track, so he's got nothing to worry about. Caution over by Karen. That's clear.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and Dan Jefferson.
Dan's got that fast line. He just needs Vince to make a mistake. Gap now 4 seconds between 1 and 2. Dan's quickly closing that gap, though. We got 1:40 on the clock. Mike now 19 lap pace. Everyone else 18 or below.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds,
Dan has closed the gap.
top
He is now
drivers are
all
Tail
over the
Whip,
back of Vince,
Lim,
looking
and
for an
Dan
inside.
Jefferson.
Tries over the hip, not going to pull that off. Goes through over the roller. That's going to put Dan now up into the 2 spot. Sorry. Vince falls down to the 3. Dan looking to make a run for it. He's got a minute and 10 to catch up to Mike. 19.412 is the pace right now. 2.7 seconds back is Dan. Vince trying to catch up. Makes a
1
mistake
minute
over the
left.
pipe.
3
That
minutes,
might
1
cost him. He's
second.
got about
the
a minute
top drivers
left.
are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Vince Lim.
4 and 5 now spaced out pretty far. Battle right now between 2 and
45
3.
seconds left.
Vince makes up some time there. He's got 40 seconds. Vince needs to make a play here. Dan needs to make a mistake in order for Vince to catch, but we'll see. 30 seconds on the clock.
30
Both
seconds
1 and 2
left.
both have a
After
fast
3
lap of
minutes
12.7.
31 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Vince Lim.
20 seconds on the clock. Dan looks to be running away. Mike running pretty uncontested.
15 seconds left.
Looks like they'll get about one more lap here.
Dan Jefferson done. Vince Lim done.
Caution over at Chad. Clear.
Ryan Johnson done. Tail Whip done. All drivers are finished. Brian Marcroft done.
Brian did set the fast lap though of a 12.6.
The race is completed. Rowell and Nolan.
No touchy. Where is the mute button, by the way?
Roger Francis.
Can you leave it?
Depends on how loud you are. I'm quiet, so I turn it up. Kevin's loud, so I turn it down.
Adam Gray. David Pyle.
All right, just waiting
Willie
on
Madden.
Willie to check in. All right. Dave, you gonna take some warm-up laps, or? It's like we have all our marshals. The order is going to be David, Willie, Roger, Adam, and Nolan. David, Willie, Roger, Adam, and Nolan. Thank you, Vince. All right. Marshall's ready. Racers ready. On the tone, less than 5. Work together here in the first corner. Work together, work together. Good job, guys. Coming around the first lap, we have Dave breaking away from Roger, Adam, and Willie. Got a three-way battle between Roger, Adam, and Willie coming around Karen. It's like
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Roger Francis, and Adam Gray.
little mishap coming around Karen. Willie breaks away. Willie's stuck down by Chad. Fast lap of a 14.4 out of David.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are David Pyle, Roger Francis, and Willie Madden.
Just a, oh, caution sweeper. Clear. Caution Karen, caution Karen. Clear.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Willie Madden, and Adam Gray.
Currently 5 seconds between David and Willie. Caution on the sweeper, caution on the sweeper. Can't hear me.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are David Pyle, Willie Madden, and Adam Gray.
Fast lap still going to be a 14.4 out of David. Little over 9 seconds. Caution on the tabletop. Willie's down on the tabletop. Caution, caution, caution. Caution tabletop. Clear. David still in the 1, Adam in the 2, Willie in the 3, Roger in the 4, Nolan in the 5.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds,
David and Adam.
the top
Caution on the
drivers are
sweeper.
David Pyle, Adam Gray, and Willie Madden.
Clear. So just a heads up, Adam, that's going to be the leader.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Adam Gray, and Willie Madden.
Fast lap still belongs to David at a 14.4.
45 seconds left.
David on a 16-lap pace, all the other drivers on a 15-lap pace. Little over 30 seconds remain.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Adam Gray, and Willie Madden. "15 seconds left.
5 seconds.
Roger Francis done.
Roger
Adam
and
Gray
Adam
done.
across the line. It's going to be 3 and 4.
Rowell and Nolan done. David Pyle done.
Just waiting on Willie.
All
Order for the
drivers
race
are
is going to go
finished.
Dave, Willie, Adam,
Willie Madden
Roger,
done.
and Nolan.
The race is completed.
All right, we're looking for 13.5 short course B main. It's going to be Graydon, Rob, Carlo, Adam, and Andrew.
Graydon Edwards.
We got Graydon checked in, waiting on a check-in from Rob, Carlo, Adam, and Andrew.
Rob Hunter.
We're going to need some volunteer corner marshals for this race since we have some overlap with the last.
Carlo D.
If anyone's willing to jump in
Andrew
and corner
Tuttle.
marshal. End of the straight or the tabletop? Actually, wait, Emily. Right here. I didn't realize they're not corner marshaling, I don't think. Yeah, right here's works. Perfect.
Adam Gray.
All right, Adam, go ahead and get a couple warm-up laps in, and then we'll start this. All right, so the order for lineup will be Graydon, Rob, Carlo, Adam, and Andrew. Graydon, Rob, Carlo, Adam, and Andrew. Will you grab my truck, Alex? Truck and receiver, just bring it over. All right, marshals ready. Racers ready. On the tone, less than 5. All right, work together here.
Brand new fronts on my car, but still smoke rear, so it might be just spin out on me first.
Good work getting through the first corner. Graydon in the 1, Rob in the 2, Carlo in the 3. Carlo and Rob in a close battle. Graydon pulling away as they fight.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards,
Rob
Rob
falling
Hunter,
into the
and Carlo
corner
D.
to spare that she can't get out of. Rob is making up ground. Carlo is reeling in Graydon. Just about a straight between the two of them. Fast lap of 15.2 out of Graydon and a 15.3 out of Carlo.
After
Rob
1
with
minute,
a nice
the
pass on
top
Adam.
drivers are Graydon Edwards, Carlo D, and Adam Gray.
Graydon down to a 14.5. Graydon on a 16 lap 4:06 pace. Carlo on a 15 lap 4:10 pace. 6 seconds currently separate first and second place.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Carlo D, and Rob Hunter.
Caution by the tabletop. That is the leader. Only about a straight distance between Graydon and Carlo now. 2.5
minutes
seconds
left.
separate them.
The top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Carlo D, and Rob Hunter.
Graydon still on a 16 lap pace. Carlo and Rob on 15 lap paces. Andrew and Adam on a 13 lap pace. Fast lap still belongs to Graydon at a 14.5.
After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Carlo D, and Rob Hunter. One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Carlo D, and Rob Hunter.
Rob up to the 2 with a 14.8 fast
45
lap.
seconds left.
Currently 9 seconds separate them, so he's really hoping for Graydon to make a mistake, but it doesn't look like it. Graydon's holding fast at a
30
16.408
seconds. After
pace.
3 minutes 31 seconds, The top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Carlo D.
Just 20 seconds remain.
15 seconds left.
Five seconds.
Graydon Edwards
Caution
done.
on the tabletop.
Adam Gray done.
Clear.
Rob Hunter done. Carlo
All
D
right,
done.
that will be all drivers
All drivers
finished.
are finished. Andrew Tuttle done. The race is completed.
Right, team deathmatch, short course. We're gonna line them up 5 and 5, 5 on one side, 5 on the other. All go on the tone.
Vince Lim. Jaron Pickle. James Paulson. Mud Flap. Josh Cody. Terry Brown. Todd Powell. Scott Hafner.
All right, everyone get a lap in and then park them on the straightaway.
Zach Marcinkiewicz.
No, corner marshals are covered. Okay. So, order's going to be Mike, Vince, Jaron, Alex, James, Todd, Josh, Terry, Scott, and Zach. Be wrapped around all the way to the Chad pole. Okay. Drivers as ready as they're going to get. Corner marshals, protect yourselves at all time. All right, drivers ready. On the tone. Oh, Vince makes the inside pass. Oh, yeah, short course chaos. Oh, more chaos. Oh, my gosh. This was a great idea. Run, Vince, run. Oh, sweeper, sweeper. Go inside on the sweeper. Clear. Oh, Lord.
After 30 seconds,
Oh.
the top drivers are Vince
Oh,
Lim,
gosh.
Todd Powell, and Josh Cody.
Mike tapped out. Too much chaos for him. Karen pole, Karen pole, Karen pole. Inside on the Karen pole. Woo! You need those? All right, so amongst the chaos going on here, we got Vince in the 1, Josh in the 2, Alex
After
in the
1
3.
minute left, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Josh Cody, and Mud
4-3-3
Flap.
out of Vince. Jaron in the 4, Terry in the 5, Todd in the 6, Zach in the 7, Scott in the 8, James in the 9, and Mike saving it for another day.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Josh Cody, and Mud Flap.
All right, Vince in the 1, Josh in the 2, Alex in the 3, Jaron in the 4, Todd in the 5 now. Zach in the 6, Terry in the 7, James in the 8, Scott in the 9.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers
Vince
are
has
Vince
got a
Lim,
pretty
Mud
decent
Flap,
lead. He's
and
on a
Josh Cody.
16.404. Alex is on a 16.413. And Josh is on a 16.414. So those top 3 guys are, I guess 2 and 3 are pretty close. But there's a lot of short courses in here. Anything could happen still.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Mud Flap, and Josh Cody. One minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Mud Flap, and Jaron Pickle.
50 seconds to go. Vince in the 1, Alex is up in the 2, Jaron in the 3, Josh in the 4. Sweeper clear.
45
Josh in the 4,
seconds
Zach
left.
in the 5, Terry in the 6, James in the 7, Todd in the 8, and Scott in the 9. Woo. There's nothing spectacular about
30
this, I
seconds
can tell
left.
you that.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Mud Flap, and Jaron Pickle.
Better than I thought it was going to be.
15
All right,
seconds
Vince
left.
is still in the 1, Alex in the 2, Jaron in the 3. Everyone's pretty spaced out now. Josh is pretty close to Jaron, so about 4 seconds, but I don't think there's enough time. Time's going to expire. 2, 1, 0. Don't stop
Todd
until
Powell done.
you cross the finish line.
Scott Hafner done. Mud Flap done. Zach Marcinkiewicz done. James Paulson done. Jaron Pickle done. Terry Brown done. Vince Lim done. Josh Cody done. The race is completed.
All right. Andrew, I'm having the best time. That is
Todd Murray. Emily Weldon. Brent Edwards. Graydon Edwards. Yoder. Seth Rhodes.
my truck's working. I'm just having a good time. All
Rob
right.
Hunter.
We got checks on everyone. That was just a blast. That was chaos. I got hit. I still kept driving. Just. All right. Order's gonna go Graydon, Rob, Emily, Matt, Todd, Brent, and Seth. Again, Graydon, Rob, Emily, Matt, Todd, Brent, and Seth. We need more nights like this, a short course. That was just a good time. All right. Doesn't get much more fun than that. Again, Graydon, Rob, Emily, Matt, Todd, Brent, and Seth. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone in less than 5. Here we go. Makes you want to get a short course, doesn't it?
After 30 seconds,
All right, Graydon on the
the
1,
top
Rob on the
drivers
2,
are
Emily on the 3,
Graydon
Matt on the
Edwards,
4, Brent on
Rob
the 5,
Hunter,
Seth on the
and
6,
Emily
Todd on the
Weldon.
7.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Yoder.
2:50 on the clock. Graydon still leading us around. Rob in the 2, Matt in the 3, Emily in the 4. Emily goes up to 3, Matt in the 4, Brent in the 5, Todd in the 6, Seth in the 7.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Emily Weldon.
Two minutes on the clock. Fast lap
2
goes to
minutes
Seth
left.
13, 8,
The top
8,
drivers
9.
are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Emily Weldon.
$135.
After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Graydon Edwards, and Rob Hunter.
$115 on the clock. Emily goes out to the 1, Rob in the 2, Graydon in the 3, Matt in the 4, Seth in the 5, Brent in the 6.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Rob Hunter, and Seth
55
Rhodes.
seconds.
"45 seconds left.
$30 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, Emily Weldon, and Seth Rhodes.
$15 seconds.
15 seconds left. Seth Rhodes done. Yoder done. Graydon Edwards done. Brent Edwards done. Rob Hunter done. All drivers are finished. Emily Weldon done. The race is completed.
All right, after this round, we will take about a 10-minute break here. So let's get this race going, and then we'll take a little short break.
Dan Jefferson, Travis Witkowski, Chad Kramer, Tail Whip, Mr. A. Main, Vince Lim, Terry Brown.
All right, I still need a marshal at the tabletop in the back, and I need a marshal at the end of the straightaway.
Brian Johnson.
Emily, if I get you at the end of the straightaway, please. Thank you much. I appreciate it. All right, got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. Order's going to go Dan, Vince, Mike, Chad, Ryan, Travis, Josh, and Terry. Again, Dan, Vince, Mike, Chad, Ryan, Travis, Josh, and Terry. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone, here we go. Caution over
After
on the
30
tabletop.
seconds,
Caution at the tabletop.
top drivers are Dan Jefferson,
That is
Vince Lim,
clear.
and Tail Whip.
So after all that, we got Dan on the 1, Vince in the 2, Travis in the 3, Ryan in the 4, Chad in the 5, Mike in the 6, Josh in the 7, Terry in the 8. Three minutes on the clock.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left. The top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Vince Lim, and Travis Witkowski.
.235 on the clock.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Vince Lim, and Travis Witkowski.
Two minutes on the clock.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Vince Lim, and Travis
155. Dan leading
Witkowski.
us around. Vince in the 2, Travis 3, Mike in the 4, Ryan in the 5, Chad in the 6, Josh in the 7, Terry in the 8.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Vince Lim, and Travis Witkowski.
What's that? He's got metal idler gears. Yeah, it's a fucking... I tried metal idlers and I can't stand it. It's too loud.
1 minute after 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Vince Lim, and Travis
My
Witkowski.
buggy is like dead silent. It's got like... I just put full ceramic bearings in it and like, it's got full treatment done to it this week. It's way too
45 seconds left.
40 seconds on the clock. .35. Dan leading us around. Travis in the 2, Vince in the 3.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Travis Witkowski, and Vince
Caution
Lim.
straightaway, caution straightaway, right in the middle, right in the middle, right in the middle. Is that a shock
15
tower
seconds
cover?
left.
Okay. Five seconds.
Ryan Johnson done. Tail Whip done. Mr. Amain done. Chad Kramer done. Terry Brown done. Dan Jefferson done. Vince Lim done. All drivers are finished.
All right, gonna take about a
Travis
10-minute break here,
Witkowski done.
then we'll get started.
The race is completed.
All right, guys, 13.5 four-wheel drive is up. Looking for Jaron, Todd, Josh, Willie, and Emily. Let's get stock buggy drivers out to the track to Marshall. This is the B main of 13.5 four-wheel drive. Again, let's get marshals out to the track, drivers up to the stand. Drivers go ahead and get checked in. Yes. We're not doing bumps.
Emily Weldon.
Cool, thank you.
Jaron Pickle.
Marshals, where are my
Todd
stock
Murray.
buggy drivers? I need marshals out of the track. I see you, Chad, but I see no one else.
Josh Cody. Willie Madden.
I do have checks on everyone, but I don't have marshals. If we get some volunteers out here, please. Someone, anyone. Thank you, Diego. I have 3 marshals, 4 marshals. I need like 2 more. If I get 2 more marshals. Anyone, anyone. Volunteer marshals if I get 2 more. Order is going to go Jaron, Todd, Josh, Willie, and Emily. Thank you. Yep. Thank you, Vince. All right, Vince, I'll take you in the middle there at the cone. Yeah, I wouldn't. All right. Oh, yeah, you can kick him. I don't care. All right, drivers, are you ready? Marshals, are you ready? On the tone, here we go.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Josh Cody, and Willie Madden.
All right, after the first minute here, we got Jaron on the 1, Willie in the 2, Josh in the 3, Todd in the 4, Emily in the 5. We got 17.408 is the pace right now. We got Willie 16.405, Josh 15.403, Todd 15.408, and Emily 15.411. Fast lap 13.577. Gap between 1 and 2 is 2.876 seconds. We got 3 and 4 is 4.4 seconds. Josh is 0.2 seconds back now on Todd. Emily less than a second back. Vince, right next to you, right under the carpet, Thank you. All right,
After
2:30
1
on the
minute, 31
clock.
seconds, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Willie Madden, and Todd Murray.
All right, 2:10 on the clock.
Two minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Todd Murray, and Willie Madden.
1:50 on the clock. Jaron still leading us around. Todd now up to the 2, Willie in the 3, Emily in the 4, Josh in the 5.
After 2 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Todd Murray, and Willie Madden.
.110 on the clock. Caution at Chad, caution at Chad.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Todd Murray, and
1 and
Josh
2
Cody.
running pretty uncontested at the moment.
.45 seconds left.
Caution straight away, caution straight away. Sick backflip there out of Josh.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Jaron Pickle, Todd Murray, and Emily Weldon.
20 seconds.
.15 seconds left.
10 seconds on the clock.
Jaron Pickle done. Josh Cody done. Todd Murray done. All drivers are finished. Emily Weldon done. The race is completed.
What's up? Just $1. No worries.
Dan Jefferson, Vince Lim, Tail Whip, Ryan Johnson, Brian Marcroft.
All right, we got everybody checked in, so we're waiting on the order. We need you guys to line up. It's going to be Mike, Dan, Brian, Vince, and Ryan. Order is going to be Mike, Dan, Brian, Marcroft, Vince, and Ryan. Mike, Dan, Brian, Vince, Ryan. All right, marshals, are we ready? Drivers ready? On the tone, less than 5. Great driving through the first corner. It's going to be Mike in the 1, Dan in the 2, Brian in the 3, Vince in the 4, and then Ryan in the 5.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Brian Marcroft, and Vince Lim.
After about 45 seconds, we have Mike in the 1, Brian in the 2, Vince in the 3. Fast lap is a 12.7 out of Mike. Brian snapping back with a 12.9.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Brian Marcroft, and Dan Jefferson.
Everyone except Vince getting down to a 12 for a fast lap. Mike on a 19 lap 408 pace. followed by Brian on an 18, Ryan on a 17, Dan and Vince
After 1
also
minute
on
31
17
seconds,
laps.
the top drivers are Tail Whip, Brian Marcroft, and Ryan Johnson.
Mike is showing no signs of slowing down. Comes back, breaks his fast lap with a 12.6. Still on a 19-lap, 4:08 pace.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Brian Marcroft, and Ryan Johnson.
Mike gets it wrong coming around Chad. He's going to give Brian a chance to reel him in here. We have a close battle between 3, 4, and 5, Ryan, Dan, and Vince. About half a second separates them.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Brian Marcroft, and Ryan Johnson.
Mike came to drive today. Hits a 12.7 followed by 12.6. One minute left.
After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Brian Marcroft, and Ryan Johnson.
Vince breaking through the 13-second barrier at a 12.9 on an 18-lap 4:11 pace. All 2, 3, 4, and 5 are on 18-lap 4-minute paces. 40 seconds remain. Mike is still on a 19-lap pace, 19.411 with a fast lap of 12.6.
"30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Brian Marcroft,
after a
and
close
Ryan
battle,
Johnson.
Ryan gets it wrong. Dan sneaks by. Caution right behind you. Vince back on the straight.
15 seconds left.
Dan is not ready to give this one up. Comes back with a 12.6. Takes the fast lap.
Brian Marcroft done. Dan Jefferson done.
Track is still alive, guys.
Tail Whip done. Vince Lim done. All drivers are finished.
All right,
Ryan
that's going to be
Johnson
Mike
done.
in the 1, Brian in the 2, Dan in the 3, Vince in the 4, Ryan in the 5. Dan takes fast lap at 12.6.
The race is completed.
All right, we're looking for 17.5 Sportsman Buggy. That's going to be David, Willie, Roger, Adam, and Nolan. Go ahead, get out here,
Roger
start
Francis.
your warm-up laps while we wait for the four-wheel
Rowan
drive AMA
Millen.
drivers to make their way out to Marshall. Again, there was only 5 drivers in the last main, so we're going to need 1 volunteer corner, Marshall.
Adam
Caution
Gray,
on the tabletop.
David Pyle,
Thank you, Brian.
Willie Madden.
All right, all drivers are checked in. The order is going to be David, Willie, Roger, Adam, and Nolan. Again, that's going to be David, Willie, Roger, Adam, and Nolan. Heads up, David's stuck on the pipe behind you guys. David, Willie, Roger, Adam, and Nolan. All right, drivers ready. Marshals ready. On the tone, less than 5. Work together through the first corner, guys. Oh, caution by Chad. Willie's getting a chance to run away with it as he wraps around Karen.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Roland
David's
Nolan,
able to
and
sneak by
David
Nolan.
Pyle.
Fast lap is a 14.5 out of Willie. Currently a 4-second gap between positions 1 and 2, Willie and Dave. Looks like Dave's trying to reel in Willie here, bringing himself down to a 14.9.
After 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Willie Madden, David Pyle, and Roland Nolan.
Willie getting a little more personal with the pipe than he probably wanted to there. Gives David a chance to try to catch up to him. We'll see as Dave crosses the line here if he shrunk that gap. Just a heads up to Adam and
After
Nolan,
1
the lead
minute
is coming up on
31
you
seconds,
guys.
the top drivers are Willie Madden, David Pyle, and Adam Gray.
Thank you, Adam. Willie down to a 14.1.
Two minutes left. After 2 minutes,
Oh,
1
caution
second,
on the tabletop,
the top
caution on the
drivers are
tabletop.
Willie Madden, David Pyle, and Adam Gray.
Clear. Less than 2 seconds separate Willie and Dave. About a distance of a straightaway. Less than 1/10 within their fastest laps. Willie with a 14.1 and Dave with a 14.2.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, David Pyle, and Adam Gray.
Looks like David's able to get by Willie. Willie gets it wrong. Willie's not out of it yet. He's trying to reel David back in. Less than 0.3 of a second separate positions 1 and 2 as they battle around Karen. Your leader's going to be the white and pink car.
One minute left. After 3
Willie
minutes
looking
2
for
seconds,
any window that he
the
can
top
find on
drivers
Dave to
are
sneak
David
by.
Pyle, Willie Madden,
Oh,
and Adam
caution
Gray.
straight away, caution straight away, caution straight away. Unfortunately, it looks like David gets it wrong.
45
Gives Willie a
seconds
chance
left.
to sneak by.
"30 seconds left.
30 seconds
After
left.
3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, David Pyle, and Adam Gray.
3.5 seconds between positions 1 and 2. Willie's going to have to dig deep to try to catch Adam. Or
15 seconds left.
just 5 seconds left on the clock now. Oh, Willie gets it wrong at the hip. This is going to be close.
Willie Madden done.
And a photo finish,
David
but Willie
Pyle done.
takes it with David in the 2, Adam in the 3, Nolan in the 4, and Roger in the 5.
Adam Gray done. All drivers are finished. Roland Nolan done. The race is completed.
All right. This is going to be 13.5 short course B main. Let's get our drivers checked in. Graydon, Rob, Carlo, Adam, and Andrew. Get some warm-up laps in.
Graydon Edwards. Rob Hunter. Andrew Tuttle. Carlo D.
All right, we'll give Adam a second here to get checked in, get some warm-up laps going. Adam, you still need to check in.
Adam Gray.
All right, guys, when you get a chance, let's go ahead and get lined up. The order is going to be Graydon, Rob, Carlo, Adam, and Andrew. Graydon, Rob, Carlo, Adam, and Andrew. All right, Marshall's ready. Racer's ready. On the tone, less than 5. Work together on the first corner here. Nice work. Rob with a tricky move on Graydon. Graydon takes it right back. Rob is off the track. Marshall running over to save him. Coming down the straight, we have Graydon and Carlo, followed by Adam, Andrew, and Rob. Rob's got some ground to make up. Whoa, Carlo
After
sends
30
it
seconds,
huge off the
the top
off
drivers
the roller.
are Graydon Edwards, Carlo D, and Andrew Tuttle.
Caution by Chad. Graydon gets it wrong. Up on Chad. Gives Carlo a chance to get by. Run away with it, Carlo. Run away with it. Caution on the sweeper. Clear.
After 1 minute, minutes left, the top drivers are Carlo D, Graydon Edwards, and Adam Gray.
Got 3 minutes remaining. Fast lap is going to be a 15 flat out of Graydon, followed by a 15.5 out of Carlo and a 16.9 out of Adam. Just a heads up, Andrew, that is going to be the leader. Nice work. And then you're going to have position 2 coming up on you, Graydon, and the blue
After
and
1
green
minute
truck.
30
Caution
seconds,
by the tabletop.
the top drivers are Carlo D, Graydon
Clear.
Edwards, and Adam Gray.
So we got a battle between Carlo and Graydon. Only about a half a second separate their trucks. Caution by Karen.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Carlo D, Graydon Edwards, and Adam Gray.
Caution by the single after Karen. Carlo doing his best to stay consistent, not giving Graydon a chance to reel him in. Fast lap is going to be a 14.7 out of Graydon, followed by a 15
After 2
flat out
minutes
of Carlo.
31 seconds, the top drivers are Carlo D, Graydon Edwards, and Rob Hunter.
Ah, we love the sound of Lexan. Oh, caution on the straight. Carlo breaking down to 14 seconds at a 14.9 fast lap. Still not faster than Graydon's 14.7.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Carlo D, Graydon Edwards, and Rob Hunter.
Carlo gets it wrong, gives Graydon a chance to reel him in. Of course, there's a 10-second
seconds
gap
left.
between the two of them, so Graydon's going to have to dig deep and find another fast lap to catch him. Carlo on a 16-lap pace. Graydon on a 15.408.
30
Rob
seconds
on a
left. After 3
14.405.
minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Carlo D, Graydon Edwards, and Rob Hunter.
20 seconds remain.
"15 seconds left. Rob Hunter done. Adam Gray done. Graydon Edwards done. Carlo D done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed. Tail whip. Scott Hafner.
All right, so
Mud
last
flap. Vince
race
Lim.
of the spectacular short course event
James
of
Paulson.
the year.
Todd Powell. Terry Brown. Josh Cody.
Everyone get a lap and then park it before the straightaway.
Zach Marcinkiewicz.
So we got corner marshals. We need one more person on the straightaway down here. Looks like Chad's going to be grabbing that. All right, line them up. Be Mike, Vince, Jaron, Alex, James, Todd, Josh, Terry, Scott, and Zach. All right, I guess that's good enough. All right, corner marshal ready, drivers ready, on the tone. Pretty good start for the spectacular short courses. Oh, there's a crash finally.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and Jaron Pickle.
All right, Mike in the 1, Vince in the 2, Jaron in the 3, Alex in the 4, Terry in the 5, James in the 6, Todd in the 7, Josh in the 8, Scott in the 9, Zach in the 10. Mike's got a little bit of a gap between him and Vince now. The rest of them are pretty bunched up. Oh, that was unfortunate. That was a short course pass.
After 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and Jaron Pickle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Terry and Vince got tangled up there. All right, so Alex and Mike are out with a pretty good gap from everyone else. Time for Alex to turn it on. Leader coming through, blue
After
Chevy
1 minute 30
pickup
seconds,
truck coming
the top
through.
drivers are
You see
Tail
him,
Whip,
let him by,
Mud Flap,
please.
and Jaron Pickle.
Trying to beat the first run by Vince. Don't let him by, Vince. Don't let him by. Oh, sweeper. Go inside on the sweeper. Clear. All right, so we still got Mike in the 1, Alex in the 2. Jaron is up in the 3.
After 2 minutes left,
You got a
the top drivers are Tail Whip,
17,406 to a
Mud Flap, and Jaron Pickle.
17,413. So you got about 7 seconds of a gap, Mike. Don't crash. Alex got a little bit of work to do. You got 1 minute 45 seconds to do it. Mike in the 1, Alex in the 2, Jaron in the 3.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds,
Go,
the
Mike
top
with a
drivers are
14
Tail Whip,
flat.
Mud Flap,
Fast
and Jaron
lap of the
Pickle.
race, 14.2 out of Alex, 14.5 out of Jaron. Mike in the 1, Alex in the 2, Jaron in the 3, James in the 4, Terry in the 5, Josh in the 6, Scott in the 7, Todd in the 8, Zach in the 9, and Vince is pulling off.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top
Still
drivers are
about
Tail
a
Whip,
5
Mud
second
Flap,
gap
and Jaren
between
Pickle.
Mike and Alex. You got 55 seconds to make up 5 seconds, Alex. 5 seconds. You got this. Mike's going
45 seconds
some traffic
left.
ahead of him. Got 35 seconds to go. Lead is still 5
30
seconds.
seconds left. After
5
3 minutes
seconds.
31 seconds,
30 seconds
the
to
top
go.
drivers are Tail Whip, Mud Flap, and Jaren Pickle.
Mike with the 14 flat, Alex with the 14.2, Jaren with the 14.5, James with the 14.4.
15 seconds
Mike
left.
on a 17.405, Alex on a 17.409. So 4 seconds, 4 seconds. Got 10 seconds to do it. I don't think it's going to happen unless Mike crashes out. Like Mikey's going to take this and
Scott
the
Hafner
overall.
Zach Marcinkiewicz done.
I think Vince
Jaren
is still
Pickle
going to end
done.
up in the
James Paulson
2
done.
spot, it looks like.
Tail Whip done. Terry Brown done. Josh Cody done. Mud Flap done. All drivers are finished. Todd Powell done.
So finish orders: Mike, Vince, Alex, Jaren, James, Josh, Terry, Zach, Todd, and Scott.
The race is completed.
All right. 17.5 two-wheel drive. B-main is up.
Yoder.
Looking for Graydon, Rob, Emily, Matt, Todd,
Brent
Brent,
Edwards.
and Seth.
Rob Hunter. Todd Murray. Emily Weldon.
Still need Graydon and Seth to check in here. What the heck happened up there?
Graydon Edwards. Seth Rhodes.
All right, got checks on everyone. Order is Graydon, Rob, Emily, Matt, Todd, Brent, and Seth. Again, Graydon, Rob, Emily, Matt, Todd, Brent, and Seth. All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone in less than 5. Caution on the off camber. Caution on the off camber. All clear, all clear.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Emily Weldon, and Seth Rhodes. After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Yoder, and Rob Hunter.
.240 on the clock. We have Graydon out in the 1, Todd in the 2, Matt in the 3, Rob in the 4, Seth in the 5, Brent in the 6. Looks like Emily tapped out.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Todd Murray, and Yoder.
.205 on the clock.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Todd Murray, and Yoder.
.130 on the clock.
After 2 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Todd Murray, and Yoder.
.120 on the clock. Graydon still leading us around. Todd in the 2, Matt in the 3, Seth in the 4, Rob in the 5, Brent in the 6.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Todd Murray,
So
and
leader
Yoder.
is the yellow and orange car. If it comes up on you, please let him by. Brent, you will have the number 2 car on you in a
45
sec.
seconds left.
Thank you. Todd's got to tighten it up just a bit here. Thirty seconds on the
seconds
clock.
left. After 3 minutes 33
Not
seconds,
sure if he'll have time
the
to
top
make up
drivers
that
are Graydon
gap or
Edwards,
not. We'll
Todd
see.
Murray, and Yoder.
He's got to throw together some heaters of a lap. 20 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds left. Seth Rhodes done. Rob Hunter done. Brent Edwards done. Yoder done. Graydon Edwards done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that's the race.
Todd Murray done. The race is completed.
Drop your cars off. Get right back out to Marshall. This is the last race of the night. We're in 98.1% consistency.
I know.
I didn't mean to take you out, by the way. I was trying to stay behind you. It was not intentional.
I was so pissed.
I was driving right behind him. Like I was trying so hard not to bump you or touch you or anything.
Travis
'cause I wanted to
Witkowski.
give you a fair opportunity. I wasn't just gonna try to
Dan
rush you.
Jefferson.
Yeah, but
Vince Lim. Ryan Johnson.
I'm overheating really bad.
Tail Whip.
I need to gear down.
Chad
gear back
Kramer.
down. I can't.
Mr.
It's
Amain.
not sustainable. It's really fast, but my motor like burned me when I pulled it off. So.
Mike's running a 78, right?
You went back to 78.
Nobody's running a 81 besides you.
Okay. Well, I got to figure something out. No, I just wanted to tell
Terry
you about
Brown.
the race, and I wanted to apologize for taking you out. So.
God, I was chasing him down hard and I made a couple mistakes.
That's all it takes. All right, we got checks on everybody. Order's gonna go. No photos. All right. Order's gonna go Dan, Vince, Mike, Chad, Ryan, Travis, Josh, and Terry. Again, Dan, Vince, Mike, Chad, Ryan, Travis, Josh, and Terry. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone, here we go. Bit of a hectic first lap there, I'll tell you that much.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Tail Whip.
All right, after the first about 45 seconds, we have Dan on the 1, Ryan the 2, Mike in the 3, Travis in the 4, Chad in the 5, Vince in the 6, Josh in the 7, Terry in the 8.
After 1
I
minute
think
left,
Mike needs
the
a
top
louder
drivers
bogey.
are Dan Jefferson,
I
Ryan
can't hear it
Johnson,
when it's
and
coming
Tail
down the
Whip.
straightaway. Dan starting off strong with a 13.151 fast lap. Dan out 18.403. Ryan 17.404. Gap between 1 and 2 is 4 seconds. Gap between 2 and 3 is 0.1 second. Very much anyone's battle. Travis right there though with them. So 2, 3, and 4 all going down the straightaway together.
After 1 minute 31 seconds,
Super
the top
tight
drivers
racing
are
from our
Dan
top
Jefferson,
drivers.
Tail Whip, and Ryan Johnson.
Looks like Ryan taps out there. That's gonna, Mike won't change position, but that's gonna, there we go. Travis drops back, so Ryan's back up in the 3 spot. Vince now in the running. Mike getting a bit of a break, so 3, 4, and 5 now all battling it out. Chad catching up to the train now. Got a bit of a
2
snake
minutes
race there
after 2 minutes
from
1
3
second.
all the way back
The
through
top
6.
drivers are Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Ryan Johnson.
Vince trying to find a line there on Travis. Travis goes a little wide. That's going to cost him. Vince taps out, though.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Ryan Johnson.
They drop the rest of the grid all the way to the back. Dan gets caught up in lap traffic. Not much you can do about that. 1:15 on the clock. Dan's still out in the 1, though. 12.9 new fast lap. Mike in the 2, Ryan in 3, Travis in the 4, Chad in the 5, Josh in the 6, Vince in the 7, Terry in the 8.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Ryan Johnson. "45 seconds left.
35 seconds on the clock.
"30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Ryan Johnson.
Mike now catching up to Dan. That's going to be the battle to watch. Got 15 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds left. Ryan Johnson done. Travis Witkowski done. Vince Lim done. Chad Kramer done. Dan Jefferson done. Tail Whip done. Terry Brown done. All drivers are finished.
All
Mr.
right,
Remain
thank you all
done.
for coming out tonight.
The race is completed.
We'll be open for practice till midnight.